What's something people don't know about podcast disclaimers? They're the ultimate cover our butts move. All right, folks, let's get real. You know those disclaimers at the start of podcasts? The ones that say these opinions are our own and not our employers, friends, or anyone who might sue us. Yeah, those. Why do we need them? Because Stacey and Casey here, well, we might say something bonkers. And we don't want you blaming our bosses, our moms, or that guy who bagged our groceries last week. Nope, it's all on us, people. Think of it like this. We're just two dudes with microphones and way too much free time. And while we're at it, let's be clear. Our jokes, rants, and random thoughts, purely our own genius or nonsense. Depends on the day, so sit back, relax, and remember, if you're offended, it's definitely not because of our employers. It's all Stacey and Casey, baby. Covering our butts, one disclaimer at a time.
You dirty little info that. Okay.
Oh man, what's going on, y'all? How has your week been?
I used to like Usher more.
Before you found out he was diddled?
Yeah. I remember like driving for charter back in the day, like my charter van. I was on the highway and I was like, oh man, this just in. We heard Usher, he's at some party in France, and some model said that he gave him herpes, and I was like, oh man, he really got a bad rap. Fast forward to today, it's like, oh man, poor Usher. Can't listen to any of his shit. No, it's no, we're not going on that tangent. I'm sorry.
I was like, where's it coming from?
Sorry, I'm still thrown off by the little mishap we had earlier.
Oh
Jesus
yeah, dude.
Christ,
My
man.
bad on the startup. We had some technical difficulties on our end, so we had to rerun it, get it back going.
Dude, we were so chill. We're like talking, man, we got to get like a cool banner to go up behind us. And I'm talking, like, it should look like a gay porn studio in here. And then all of a sudden,
You
this
did say that.
back feed was like, weird.
Yeah, you know why? That was the government saying, "Fuck no, we ain't sponsored. Like, we ain't doing that shit."
And
But I said we should get 2 cool battle axes and a shield. You know what I mean? Get rid of the white cock. You know, put up some manly shit.
some like steel battle axes, not
Yeah,
like.
not no fake shit.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe like the ball and chains. You know,
I told you, I'm
some
gonna have
crazy shit.
I'm gonna have one of those forges in my backyard.
I know you did say you wanted to get into
I already
it.
got
I think that'll
some
be
of the brick.
I told you I watched Forge and Fire. I want to make a Damascus blade. It takes a lot of fucking work. but I wanna do it.
Damascus. Yeah, that's
Folding and
a lot of folding and
welding
yeah.
and tacking and putting it
Up
together.
here, I've done so many knives and so many swords, endless numbers of knives out of railroad ties. But with my hands in real life, I haven't done any.
I understand.
But up here, oh, I'm so
Trust
good.
me, that was me and my dad's thing. Shout out, rest in peace, Lewis Webb. But that was me and him would watch Forged in Fire, and he was a welder, and
Love Forged in Fire.
He was a huge avid knife collector, and we would watch him just put together nice shit, and he would call them out on, that's gonna break or whatever would be, and sure enough, it would fold under pressure. And when it got into where they were doing the actual knife competition show, it was right before he passed, and he would call them out on that. What's going on, Buny? What's going on, good sir?
Hey, first, before we get started, because we just talked about this, I need to make a little correction from last week's show. I was talking to my mom, and my mom listens to the show. So, hey, Mom, I hope you're having a good night.
He told me it was all facts.
Okay, when I was a little kid, my parents had some pretty cool parties. Okay, we had a cool pool and everything. My mom was listening to the show, and we went from talking about Diddy parties to me talking about my parents having parties because my dad worked for the studios at the house, and my mom got pretty fucking pissed. And I was like, Mom, what are you pissed for? It's about memories of a party we had. She said, you said we're having Diddy parties. I was like, first off, in your head, what was I saying you were having at your house as far as the Diddy party? She's like, just naked people in the pool making out with each other. I was like, oh my God, Mom, I would never imply that. That never happened.
That's
So-
what I heard. I
yeah,
mean, I,
so anyway.
I don't know.
I was like, so I assured her that I was going to clarify that nothing like that ever happened. She did hit that bottle. I remember that. But apparently it was just the neighborhood neighbors, and we had a good time in Simi Valley.
Just tell me, blink twice if you're okay.
No,
If
I
you're
swear to
safe,
God.
if you're safe.
If there is an Illuminati, they did not tell me to like cover my tracks on this one. I swear to God.
Oh, I love it. Oh man.
Holy weird for sure.
Hey,
But
it's
no,
funny, I
man.
seen your mom posted a flood video at the gym the other day, and I was like, man, she really is on it. I was like,
No,
the
actually,
apple
I
don't
thought.
fall far from the tree.
Hey, before I forget, also, I just saw my mom this last weekend because my daughter Jocelyn, the first one in the family, on my side of the family, to ever get a degree. We're just not college goers. So Jocelyn, and she is the one that, if you watch her previous shows, she has done the music videos.
She is the singer.
She's the singer who does the music videos with her boyfriend Carl. He does the videos, and she's not only super talented. She had 4 years of hard work. She probably couldn't do without her mom. I love to say I'm a great dad, and I led her down the path of education. I did not help at all. I didn't even know all the classes she needed to get her graduation. I talked to her about school and let her vent, but hats off to her and her mom, and yeah, that's amazing. But yeah,
Shout out again to her getting it done, getting the job done, seeing it through.
yeah. But what's going on with you, man? Anything big going on this last week?
Nah, man. What's been going on with me is just trying to figure out when are we gonna call out the bullshit with what's going on in life, man. I see the shit in Jersey. I see, the shit going on around the country. People saying they shot one down. They got all this shit, and
Dude, I love it.
I actually posted earlier this week on Facebook. I'm calling it now, guys, that they're going to use the drones as an excuse for nuclear war. They're going to say that they interfered with something, they intercepted, they triggered something, and it caused a war had to go off, and it's nuclear war. And then they're going to blame it on whoever. Now, that's all assumptions, not guarantees, but that's just where I think it's going to be. Now, as far as what's going to really happen, they're going to probably tell us it's something that'll get swept under the rug and go on the way. But for those who don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about the drones over Jersey, baby. So
Drones over Jersey. It sounds like a movie.
it does. It does.
Dude, we should-
And I want to play a movie clip for the people because it's a little bit longer video. I want to get this out of the way and just get it done, if that's all right with you.
I'll allow it.
There we go.
Well, an urgent warning from the FBI and state police about all those drones spotted in New Jersey. They're urging the public, do not shine laser pointers at them after several incidents of plane and helicopter pilots getting hit with the lasers in their eyes during flights.
Right. The White House finally has broken its silence on the topic, saying that the drones seen over the Northeast are a mix, they say, of law enforcement, commercial, and hobbyist drones, saying no public or national security threat has been found.
We got ABC's Perry Russin with the latest.
The White House today working to calm concern over the reported drones hovering over the Northeast.
There's no national security threat we're seeing at this time and no threat to public safety.
ABC News cannot confirm what these videos show. National Security spokesman John Kirby on GMA this morning saying people are seeing a mix of law enforcement, commercial, and hobbyist drones in the sky.
Most of these aircraft are doing good things. They're delivering products. They're being tested for science purposes. They're conducting law enforcement missions.
Drones have been reported in at least 7 states in the Northeast. Federal sources tell ABC News they're deploying infrared cameras and drone detection technology to ensure those flying over New York and New Jersey are not a threat.
Thousands upon thousands fly in our skies legally and lawfully every single day, doing all kinds of good things for the public good. And the Northeast Corridor is one of the busiest.
President-elect Trump demanding more government transparency.
I think they'd be better off saying what it is our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense.
The FBI says it's concerned after seeing an increase of pilots being hit in the eyes with lasers after people on the ground think they see a drone. Investigators say do not aim lasers at suspected drones.
We are also concerned people will take matters into their own hands and fire a weapon at an aircraft.
Drones have also been reported near Trump's estate in Bedminster, New Jersey. John Kirby says that area is restricted airspace, and they are confident in their ability to keep that airspace safe and secure. Perry Russom, ABC News.
What's your thoughts? This shit's crazy to me. Why is it such a big deal that we don't want to tell the people what it is?
If we told the people what it is, at least they'd quit shooting fucking lasers in the eyes of pilots. And I'm not saying they might be making shit up to make it sound
That
worse than
shit's
what
hella
it is.
funny to me.
But seriously, if you're in a helicopter
Look
and
at
you're way
that.
up above the clouds and all of a sudden you're some fucking 13-year-old's like, yeah, I'm hitting aliens. Seriously, think about how stupid that is. What a dumb way for that pilot to die if you
Hey,
were to have
that's
to-
crazy.
Yeah, but that's realistic right there. And so,
Trigger a military system, just the laser hits the plane and a fucking missile goes flying out of it.
the guy's like, fuck, oh shit. Statue of Liberty, my ass.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking gold.
And you heard Trump say they know what it is. Biden knows what it is. Why? I wish they were more transparent because we watched the video and even the scarier truth at least lets you feel like, they're doing something about something.
I will say,
I guess unless you live in New Jersey, I wouldn't want to know the actual.
I mean, I feel mass hysteria causes craziness, right?
Mhm.
But there's so many theories going on as far as it could be
There
this, it
is,
could be
yeah.
that. I heard a great theory, which you actually played for me from Benny.
Benny Johnson. Benny
And-
Johnson's shit.
He was playing a video clip. It's a pretty long video. That's why we didn't post it. We'll probably share it after the show. Of him saying that these could be scent drones. Now, using technology to detect certain things. And one of the things he said it could be detecting is radiation. Now, I find that interesting because when you look at all these movies, when they talk about all the craziness that happens, you look at Batman and Gotham City as a great comparison. And you have a nuclear warhead running around the town, and you've got these drones up there trying to hunt it and scent it. Would you want that really to be public information?
Yeah, they're looking for something
A Cold War era
serious
nuclear warhead.
of a matter, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, and as soon as I start thinking, okay, well, something that huge, of course you wouldn't want to say that out loud. It's probably not true. It's probably a conspiracy. And then I remind myself that in the history of time, this has been said by leaders that this is the most dangerous time. We're in the midst of the most dangerous time to be living, the most unpredictable time.
Over and over, they've
for
drilled
reasons
that in
like
our
this.
head.
So, and they're drilling it in your head. Is it to create mass hysteria, like our friend Stacy here says? Perhaps, because whether it does that or anything,
What else does it do?
anything equivalent of, I mean, it's still doing the purpose of creating havoc, and that's what they want to do right now.
Or a distraction.
A distraction. What else is going on that they can distract? Well,
I
for I'll tell you
mean-
one thing, with all this shit going on with the drones and the Luigi Mangione, and it totally overshadowed this whole Wisconsin shooting. And if you haven't seen that, which a lot of people have gotten wind of it, but you really have to go out of your way to find it and look to find information. It's about some little 15-year-old girl,
Shooting up a Christian private school.
Christian private school.
It goes against the narrative. It goes completely against the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
That, this is what they're used for. This is who the active shooter is, who we got to watch out for. This completely defies everything.
No, they're ignoring that, and there's been 2 deaths, 2 people in the hospital, critical condition. Meanwhile, in New York, they were high-fiving 3 days after this guy was shot, and they said they found the guy, and they were already certain. It was so certain it was
What
him.
have you
They're
heard about him
celebrating.
since?
You just heard that he got murder 1 charged against them, which they reserved for the highest class of murders because this was so premeditated. They give him a murder 1 charge, and that's what they're trying to charge him with. And I still don't think it's him, but they're still pushing it so hard.
I don't know. There's a lot of prevalence going around the number 286 with this for people that are into numerology.
Yes.
All the way down to the Bible, all the way down to, what the health code laws are around the number
Pokemon
286.
character that was on his
what it
social media
represents.
page.
Yeah, like his friends, the amount of friends, the amount of his cousins'
The amount
friends.
of subscribers
There's
that he has on his page.
A lot of weird things, and I think his
Uncles,
numerology
videos,
has played a
whatever.
factor. Somebody who knows something, tell us what 286 means, and we're not saying that comes or goes, but we just know that there's a lot of things that get played into factor, and I feel like saying these drones, they started with aliens, and I was telling Casey about Project Bluebeam and how
I
they
looked
can
that up,
deceive
and
us.
Yeah.
And it's just a crazy thought that we're in a time that people don't realize the CIA is declassified documents that you can go read that tell you they have this technology and have had this technology to produce false images and project images into the sky, into the everyday thing. They could turn your gymnasium into a whale's floor. It's crazy what 7D technology is. And if you don't know what 7D technology is, give me a minute. I'm going to get a video up, but I'm going to let Casey talk for a minute on this because I just kind of introduced you to it.
7D technology. Actually, I took a tutorial on it. It's we live in a dimension, right? There's so many dimensions. Well, this is adding 7 together. 7D, 7 dimensions. So where we have a 3D view of things, if you add 7 dimensions, that's 21 angles or views that you could possibly have with one shot. So if you're looking at me and I'm in 3D, think I was in 21D. Blows your mind, right? That's what Stacy's talking about.
Well,
no, I just made that up.
I was like that. I was like, I don't think
whatsoever.
that's it at all. I was honestly, it's making things. It's AI in real life. It's 3-dimensional artificial intelligence. And
AI in real life, man.
It's the best way to explain it. And I've got a video here which I don't think they can hear the music.
Oh, you guys didn't hear that music playing?
No, I'm getting the video.
Oh man, I just look like
the reason I talk about this is because they've done projections of whales and skies and Dubai. You look up 7D technology, Dubai. It's a really crazy one. As far as
Dubai's the rich place, right?
Correct. Dubai is the rich place.
What a fun place to say. Dubai. No, nobody else.
I don't think they say it like that.
Dubai.
I'm trying to get this clip up. But as far as basically, imagine turning. China did this. They put dragons around their 2 tallest towers. They made it look like dragons, real life dragons, came to life and went around the tower. And as far as one of their tallest buildings.
So why can't they do that to UFOs?
But not only UFOs, but what if we were to put a ship out on the ocean and it looks like we're being invaded?
Yeah.
We're in a time that can you believe anything? Because they lied to us about everything.
And it's working because even my wife yesterday while we're eating, she said, "Oh my God, did you hear there's actual sightings of right now, like legit the whole different issue. Such great technology with holographic stuff." She said, "Yeah, but like 1,000,000 miles in the sky." I'm like, "Yeah."
And so it's not 1,000,000 miles.
She was totally being dramatic, but I mean, if it's working with her, and my wife's very smart. You know, my wife's the smartest person I know other than myself and you, of course. But oh, you can see the video.
Yeah, motherfucker.
No, so I'm just saying it's working because if we're talking about it in our own house and growing and having a debate on it, that's taking up our time debating about something that could be force fed to us when we're ignoring the stuff that's going on in the background. So it's working. And I was trying to explain that concept to her while she was saying this. I was like, it doesn't matter if you're right or not. It's working. She's like, what's working?
This is perfect. I want you to talk about working. That's a short glimpse. It's just projecting pandas.
Were fake?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I watched the one on the gym floor.
Yeah, that was the whale.
The whale.
I sent you that.
That one was sick.
And it is insane. I'll see if I can pull it really quick.
Yeah, when you guys see this, you're going to be like, whoa.
When you look at just the pandas, when it's fake, think about you can put a whole fake zoo together. The attractions they can charge you now for they can charge you for shit that isn't even real. It's a fake zoo.
I got a question for everybody listening right now, and please put it in the chat in the forum that you're in. Would you rather go to a zoo with real fucking animals like the St. Louis Zoo, which I'm not going to give my outtake on. I want you to answer the question legit. or if you can go to like that hologram, what would you rather have there to go look at?
What are the holograms doing?
The holograms are well, shoot, they can make them do anything from more of adult features that you can have like Fright Night, where they're actually legit hunting and tearing apart prey. Can't do that in a regular zoo. Or you can have it cuddly time, a kid time, or baby time at the zoo.
If I get to see animals in their real life habitat doing primal shit, animalistic shit, I would take the fake zoo all the way.
100%.
Like, I wouldn't even hesitate on that.
Now, as somebody who's been to the zoo many times, and every single time I get more and more depressed, I hate seeing the animals there, especially when they put the big animals in the small confinement and the small animals in the big confinements. And I'm thinking to myself, why are they torturing these animals? And then I leave there feeling worse.
When I left Dallas Aquarium, I was so pissed that there was this giant albino alligator in this little bitty ass entrapment that I said I will never go again. Like, I will never. Like, I was so disappointed.
See, I think that's relatable. And please, if you had the same experience, tell me where it was, what exhibit. I'm interested to know, because this might be a conspiracy.
Now, really quick, for the idea that you were talking about, we were talking about these 3D zoos. So this is an example of what you could get if you had a 3D zoo. Now, we're going to be using, this is the one we showed in the gym. It's not the best video quality because I'm just pulling quickly while we're on the line. But look at this shit. This is fucking amazing. Real life action right in your face. Holy shit. Did you just see that? We just saw a whale in the gym. You know?
Yeah, see, but I think that would be like a thing where it's like you'd want to tell everybody this isn't real. You have to. You're not trying to fool people.
You have to. But how many people, our government we're talking about here, will use that to fool us? Who won't think money? Think about the bigger element of money.
If a dollar can be made, it's gonna happen.
They're gonna use that shit to the fullest.
Oh my gosh.
Artificial meat in the container when you get it home. Oh my, I just can think about all the things, all the damage that can be done with this. It's scary. And I just think that it's alien technology. And I think that we've debunked it. And the reason I say that is because where the fuck did you get this technology? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Who's that smart out there? Okay.
But I know it's not our kids.
But if there are aliens out there, and this is something we, what do you think they are? Who do you think they are? Where do they come from?
Man, I hear a lot of people talk about how the aliens are strictly us in the future. And,
I feel that all the way.
And they have to come back to help. And also, if they come back to help and they expose themselves to you, not like nude or anything, but they like present themselves, you can't touch them, because if you've ever seen Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme,
butterfly effect.
Exactly. You turn into a big glob and you disappear.
And think about back in when
that's real talk.
No, human combustion. Right? What if, hypothetically, remember back in the day they had all these
that is a legitimate case
of spontaneous human combustion. So what if that's what's happening? That's the alien that wrecked the spacecraft's lineage.
Okay.
Gone in the fucking vapor.
Okay, speaking of aliens and UFOs, okay, we already talked about the drones, and that's cool. I think they're trying to smell out nuclear stuff after watching that video. But talk about aliens. What What's up with all the anuses and the private parts of like the cows that get mutilated on the farms?
So not a
That
lot
is
of
the
them.
most unreal shit.
I watch these videos, and not a lot of the cows are anally mutilated. It's their face. They take their jawline.
Yes.
So, and my theory to this, after watching a compelling documentary, is that they just ran out of beef, and they're trying to figure out how to clone it. They need it back in the dietary system because it's already running scarce. But I wanted to go back before we get too far ahead, because it's crazy, because we didn't even talk about this. But I have a video here. Are aliens future humans? Time travel. So it's crazy, because I just want to play this for the people out there. That this, again, we don't know if it's real or fake. Open your mind.
The explanation that I've been exploring in recent months is more complex, and I've already spoken about this to some extent, so I will say it involves the notion of future human time travel.
Do you believe the U.S. government is in possession of time machine craft?
I think if these things that crashed are time machines, then absolutely.
And you think they're time machines?
I do.
If you can manipulate space-time, if you can create your own gravity like the craft that Bob was talking about, you could be from other planets, other solar systems, other times. You could be time travelers.
That it is manipulating time and space dimensions in ways that are beyond our science. And if they can do that, they can be from anywhere, anytime. They don't have to be from a particular planet in outer space.
That's what makes you think.
Yeah.
What do they want if they're from the future and they're cutting up cows? There's a town in South America that they're literally probing them out of the sky, and it's on the news. It's documented. The whole town knows about it. It's what's going on out here.
Maybe in the future there was a mass hysteria with beef or something, and they had to go back before the mass hysteria and check the product before those events took place as a research. Maybe there are butterfly effects, and maybe that's some of those weird fucking things that we come across, like the Fruit of the Loom logo not matching up, and all these
the
like
Mandela effects.
the Mandela effects. Maybe that's also caused from butterfly effects from our past aliens cutting up our fucking cows. You know, and I'm just using that as an example. I'm not trying to be funny, but
it could be medicine. I think about all the things
medicine.
It could be medicine.
What else could it be? Because if you look at ever since you're born, the first thing that is instilled to you is that you must keep on living. So the thing you share with everybody around you when you create conversation usually has something to do with your life. Oh man, I'm sick. How are you feeling? Are you eating well? How do you feel? Oh my God. Everything's about living longer. So if our future selves, their goal is to live longer, medicine. And where else do you get the purest grade of originality of like produce while it's growing in the earth? Because man, with pollution and everything,
why would they come back to here though? Why wouldn't they go back to the fucking 1800s?
Because they don't have all the vaccines and all the stuff that's in like the ground already, and that we polluted it with all the, okay, I had it right in my head, but maybe there's different like times where the soil or the people or the cows whatever have a certain something to them, or their blood's a certain way because of vaccines, and to fight the medicine, you can make the medicines for the future for that specific cause. They need people from this era or this era. I don't know the answer, but if there's a spot of a reason or a motive out there, then it's a possibility. So that alone tells me that
I got a whole different perspective on it.
Let me hear it.
Time travelers, yes, 100%. I think about the wealthy now, how they want to go to space, right? Now, what do we all want to know about our past, where we came from, who are we? We long for our origin. What if they're time travelers passing through this generation, and this is part of the origin story, and they're just trying to find, I came from this lineage of kings, So I want to go back to that time. And they're like, well, for
So it's more-
$2 million, you can.
You're saying it could be just for like entertainment.
Yeah. And that, like, they're just coming back and they're spectating, kind of like we do at the zoo. I feel like this is all a fucking science experiment. There's no way all of this can be happening all at
What
once.
if we are? What if like we're just a game for some other? You know how we play games on our phone? Do you ever play that
Or
game?
Grand Theft Auto for another country, another simulation.
I remember the most fun I had on a phone game was a game where you had like this limp body of a man that you swing back in a rubber band and you shoot him into the city. And then like the further you get him, the better. And he's hitting cars and fucking streets. And you're just like rooting him along the whole time. The whole time you could be controlling somebody in another dimension, fucking them up.
I think we just broke the Matrix, man. I think we're waiting on GTA 6. We're living GTA 6.
Man, I don't need a PlayStation 5. I didn't win one on the raffle. I did win. I did win a gift card for $10 at work, so I got a couple smoothies with it. That's great. Hey,
I didn't win shit, but it is what it is. I haven't won anything there yet. It is what it is. I can't complain. I got a job. I'm employed, and I'm gainfully employed. So, thank the Lord for that. That's how I look at it.
But I love my job.
I do too. Like real shit. So,
and you
as
know
far
what?
as
Russia's not bad either, by the way.
Shout out to Putin.
Hey, you know what? Putin's not that bad of a guy.
You know, we don't know. We just assume.
Yeah.
You know, we got to let everybody know Xi Jinping, you know, can't be that bad of a guy. You know, people support you.
You can say that again.
So, Xi Jinping.
Is that an actual name?
Yeah, I don't know. Something
I thought
like
you were
that.
just being super racial. Ching chong.
I don't know his exact name or how to say it. It's just funny to me. But no, as far as we did just get some updates on the hot sauce videos up, guys. So for those who haven't seen YouTube, TikTok,
Yeah.
like, share,
They're
subscribe,
pretty funny.
follow.
I like they're fun to make.
Hey,
'cause
we're having fun with it.
we're having fun with it. And if you watch the video where we're sitting in the car at night, it was I think it was hot sauce number 15. Yeah, it was hot
15,
sauce
16, 17,
15,
dude.
16, 17. We just put that one up. There's a part of the beginning when he's pulling out those fucking buttery fucking cheese puffs, and he's looking at me in the eye, and I'm looking at him in the eye, and that's the moment I knew he was full of shit. And you can see the look. I didn't bring attention to it in the video, but you can see the connection there. Those
When you watch it, you'll know exactly what he's talking
the
about.
second the hot sauce touches those things, turns into like the sandwich bread your mom puts ketchup on.
It was terrible.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
man, the best part is at the end when you soaked it, and I just looked at
Dude.
you. I put it in my mouth. I was so pissed. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, I was like,
Oh, it was terrible. That
in
was
for a
the
nickel, in
worst
for a
item
dollar. I don't know how the term goes, but I was like, fuck
yet. The
it.
worst item yet. Don't put hot sauce on popcorn. We
Yeah.
take our advice. We
Yeah,
know better.
popcorn.
Oh, that was fucking awesome. But I will say we came across a pretty spicy one, so you'll get a good laugh there. We had fun making it.
We do apologize. My wife did bring it to our attention. We do have two references we make a lot, which is shit and
Semen.
Yes.
Well, I will say, tastes like shit, look like shit. You gotta, we all know what it looks like. There's all different forms of shit. We're not gonna get into them,
No.
but we all know as adults the shits when we describe it.
Yes.
Now,
and we describe them in the videos very in a
semen-
way. Yeah.
everybody on the planet knows what that is. Gay, straight, LGBTQ, don't matter. Do you know what it is?
And if you're watching our show, you probably have come across once or twice in your life some semen, whether it be yours, somebody else's, something in a movie. Anyways, the consistency is well known as being like an
You came
egg-like.
across Casey.
Yes.
You know he's making a semen reference.
I'm making a semen reference somewhere in the first 5 minutes of our conversation. I just want to see how cool you
He's
are.
gonna feel you out. It is
Yeah.
a feel out method I've
Yeah.
watched many
You're gonna-
times.
You're either going to come with me or you're going to come without me, and I'm coming either way.
That's terrible. That's crazy. Oh my god! If that becomes a hashtag, if that's what makes us go,
I'm going to start a
viral,
new hashtag right now. Hashtag semen. Hashtag.
What we got sound effect to go with it? Go ahead.
Hashtag semen. Oh, man, I'll never eat
man.
that stuff again.
That's disgusting.
Man, tell you what about my
But-
first body shot.
No, it's funny because when I going back, because I know we kind of jumped ahead and we were just talking about random shit. I was thinking about the hot sauce.
Yeah,
But-
but hot sauce is fun. That's a good time.
Just all the shit going on. Like, are we looking at the bigger picture here? Like everybody, as far as they're giving the hardest hand ever to any incoming president, besides maybe one that took over during a world war. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we making it so difficult? I saw a
Because-
picture today where Joe Biden was signing with his left hand. They're like, when did Joe Biden become left-handed?
Nothing huge comes without sacrifice, without show, without climax.
Hey, you know what America's shown us? Nothing, no change comes without violence.
If there's going to be a huge change, just like they're all predicting all over the world, it's going to have huge things along the line. You know what I mean? Like
No
huge waves make huge crashes, you know?
change comes without violence. No
change
comes
without violence.
Say it with me.
No change comes without violence.
The Boston Tea Party, world wars, us getting oil, the dollar going into power. Everything comes with violence. Slavery. Everything. When you want a transition of power, a transition of change, it comes with violence. And nobody wants to talk about it. But unfortunately, we're to the point where I'm afraid that we're getting to that crazy radical point of people committing violence if they keep going the route they're going. You have some crazy people out there calling for stupid shit. And I think that we need to just take away the salaries of the senators and let them do it for free. Do it because you love our country. That's how we'll just find out who's really for the betterment of our country. Because at this point, I don't want to see bloodshed. I don't want to see crazy shit.
No, we're not
But I
condoning
wanna see
violence or
change.
anything. And since we're kind of just throwing all this shit against the wall because it's getting close to the holiday, everybody's sidetracked. We're doing the show a day early. But that whole Mangione thing, just to throw another thing out there with that, he oh man, I had the thought and then I kind of sidetracked and I lost it.
I have no idea.
Oh shit, what was I saying?
Mangione.
He oh yeah, the narrative that that they're running with. They're saying that online there's been a huge backlash of everybody saying he's a hero with healthcare and how the people are putting up signs with other CEOs with crosses through their faces. And as they're saying all this stuff and they're making a point to put this on the news, that's the first I've heard about it that much. I mean, I caught maybe a little wind here and there of people maybe implying that out there, but that was the biggest pour of information I got coming through on the main media, almost like they wanted to force feed me that, which automatically threw up my fucking flag. And I said, wait a second. I bet you it's that side. If this is a cover-up job, like I'm predicting with the CIA being in charge of this thing, they're of course going to have people put posts up online or signs up.
Yeah, you have to have what are they called? False flags.
Yeah, false flags. Just like when Antifa, before they started a riot, they had people hidden within the crowds that kind of stirred shit
Well,
up first.
I'll say I was watching a documentary this weekend, and I think this reminds me of the 2000 race push when they were trying to pin people against each other with race. And oh, it's race crimes and hate crimes and hate crimes and hate crimes. And then you go and you do your research and you realize that hate crimes are like 0.07% of crimes committed in America, right?
Yeah,
But then you see that they pushed a bill through for hate crime. What bill are they trying to push through with this? That's the bigger picture. Something is coming behind all this.
There's never a bill that doesn't have something on the back end that's hidden.
That's being pushed in the media.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some kind of bill that's going to be coming for healthcare soon that they're pushing, that they're going to push through, but it's going to fuck us. But they're going to think they're going to position it as it's what's best for us. And I say that because I watched Am I Racist? Is what I watched. And they were going around and they were asking people about racism through the South and where they try to say racism is a big thing. And they pointed out how the Duke lacrosse players was a hoax. They pointed out how the Jussie Smollett thing was a hoax. All these things that were on the TV pushing the race agenda that got the bill passed. What if we're living in a time right now they're pushing another agenda, a hoax on healthcare? You know, where we want free healthcare, so this is how they're going to push it. But really,
way
it's
too much focus on this for not. They're not
for
to do
nothing.
something bigger because his motives, Luigi's motives aren't big enough for him to be the real killer. So they're even trying to find something else.
There's money is the motive 90% of the time, 99% of the time, and I will say that Nancy Pelosi looks like a prime target here. Who lined their pockets? Why is nobody? We talked about this. Nobody wants to talk about the facts. Then you got Nancy Pelosi supposedly falling and hurting herself. No, that anti-hate crime bill was about Asian people. It was actually marketed as an Asian hate crime bill, is what it was. So I can pinpoint it, and they actually marketed it as an Asian hate crime bill. He said the hate crime bill was more about trans people than it was about people of color, and it was written that way. Yes, the trans part was a big thing, but it was a big push for the Asian agenda to get the Asian vote. And as far as power plays at point, because they were saying all these Asian people were being attacked in California. Do you remember that being all over the news?
Yeah.
That was a big push, and that's what got that bill pushed through. So and I think as Black people, we have to ask ourselves, and this is me not pulling a race card, this is just being facts. Why is it they're able to push through other minorities who are more of a minority group in our country than us and push bills for them, but they can't push bills to benefit us? Now, again, that's because we've had a Democratic Party. I can't wait to see what happens when the Republicans come. Because I have a feeling that it's going to now be, we're going to help the middle class. We need a middle class again. I remember when I was proud to be like, I'm middle class. I made it to upper middle class. And now I'm like, fuck, upper middle class is poor. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck. So I'm hoping with where we're going that no matter who's in office, going forward, we see that we're going to see a growth of the middle class. That's the backbone of America, in my opinion.
You know, and I know there's always going to be classes, but I wish like the classes, I wouldn't really say a deep thought, but it kind of is, because some people's dream is another person's nightmare.
Facts.
But if everybody had the same opportunity to get what they want, then everybody would be happy on their own terms. But you got to own your property. So if you don't own your property already,
which you'll never do in America,
try to put yourself in a situation where you can sneak by sometime or another, because I personally never thought I'd be a property owner. But if you just get a place, it doesn't have to be out in the country like I have, but a little spot somewhere, it's yours to do whatever you want with. If you want to be a weirdo inside your house, you can. If you want to like have your world be your oyster outside and be poor, living your dream. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just, I'm just such a happy person.
When you have your own property,
I just want everybody to have the same options that I know I have.
You work for those options, though.
Oh, and I do. And I one day hope to plan to not have a boss and just do what I love and never have to work a day in my life, which is be farming, you know?
But we're made as a country for position now. So even if you own a house, you're still going to have to work unless you have a large amount of money in the bank, because you have taxes you got to pay on your property every year. America is the only place you'll never truly own your property. You know, like you die and there's nobody to claim your shit, it'll go to the government.
If I die, though, tomorrow, I'm dying with the mentality that I have now that you just heard. If I died fucking 2 years ago, I'm dying on the third floor of an apartment with my biggest high hopes is getting a good deal on some beer or something the next day. So it's like my thoughts of like long term or anything beyond today does not matter about. So if you say, you know, we don't ever truly own our house, let's be honest. I'll probably die before I actually own my house, literally.
Everybody.
But till
it's
then,
designed that way.
I am still doing whatever I want on my property. I'm free to do so. The house is mine. I don't have a landlord, and I feel like I'm
Casey
free.
likes to run around naked chasing chickens. That's why he sponsors this so heavily.
And just for the record, I have never ran naked through my yard. The only time I did naked in my yard was pee. That's the only share.
If I had that land, I would have been naked on one of them roofs by now. If that was my property, fuck that. You don't
Hey.
come by.
Actually,
balls out, baby.
Just the other day, Paula and I sat on top of the barn. I carried a lounge chair up there. She and some hot tea because it was a little chilly. But we sat on top of the barn. It was quiet. The roosters were crowing. The dog was running around the backyard, and we're just sitting up there looking out the horizon, dude. I could have taken a nap. It was fucking beautiful.
He had video footage of it. I didn't believe him, and then I seen it. I was like, "That's crazy,
dude." It was.
That's how you know you're living the dream. You're sitting on your front porch. This man's sitting on the roof of his barn, overlooking his property, with wild gunshots in the background and peacocks running through the woods.
And then I barbecued hamburgers we ate. And while I was barbecuing, we've also barbecued some pork tenderloin for the dog food. We home make our dog food, and my dog Lucius loves it. So if you don't home make your dog food, look up some recipes. It's cheaper than what you think. It's actually the same price as paying for dog food. Just takes a little bit more work. So I'm just throwing that out.
Better for the coat.
If you have any questions about it, yeah, ask me.
If not, just throw an egg over their food raw.
Oh yeah, eggs. Yeah, I love eggs. When I hear eggs, I get all fucking antsy in the pants.
That's his trigger word, guys.
Oh man.
You know, kinks. You know,
eggs,
you have a safe word.
Chickens.
That's the go word for Casey.
Yeah, and it really gets me ramped up. Yeah. Dude, I was having a bad day at work the other day, and my boss was like, "Dude, Casey, I haven't heard you talk about chickens once all day. And you usually have a good day when I hear you talk about chickens with customers." And as he was saying that, a customer answered my line. And while I was looking at him, I was like, "Hi, this is Casey. I have a lot of chickens." And the customer actually laughed. And that was actually the first successful call I had of that day. Or whatever. Yeah, so I mean, it goes to show you, you know, your attitude comes out when you talk about things that you love and things that you do. It comes out to other people, whether you believe so or not. And everybody knows that when I start talking about chickens, they know I'm getting passionate. And I'm glad because, hey, if I go out known as the chicken guy. I don't give a fuck. Chickens are fucking awesome. Why? I told you why. They make food. They're pets. They're low maintenance. I said once that you could fuck them. I never said I did. I did hear about that happening in real life, so I know it can be done, but I think it's gross. You shouldn't do it. But if you did fuck them, I'm sure there'd be semen involved. Anyways, chickens are badass. So back to you, Stacey.
How do you follow that? What the fuck? Well, you're a chicken fucker? I knew you was a chicken fucker.
That's this guy.
Oh,
Fucking
shit.
chickens.
That's crazy.
That's where I got it from. I got it from
The fact that it literally ended with that, like it's good for all this and this. Like, what the fuck just happened? I'm so fucking lost. Like, I'm hearing Nick's video play in my head now. Fucking chicken fucker.
Yeah.
He said I'm a chicken fucker boss.
Oh God, Nick Barr's video that he showed us.
Oh, that shit's hilarious.
And just to throw out that we love Nick Barr. He shows us the best videos. I tell everyone. I talked to Nick Barr today outside, and he said, "I miss you, Casey." And we made eye contact for a good 5 seconds, and I said, "We don't see enough of each other."
See what your wife posted? What the fuck? No
Casey,
chicken fucking in our
no
house.
chicken fucking at our house.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, baby, you're the only bird
Paula,
I'm
I'm just
fucking.
gonna say, hey, don't be jealous. Mo is favorite. There's a reason.
Mo's scary.
Shit. Hey, Mo is scary. He's
Mo's
got that
scary.
fucking talent. It's a fucking finger.
Dude, sometimes, like I'll be in the coop, and Mo will just stand there and stare at me, and he'll look at you just with one eye. And I think of how many times I hit him with like a 2x4 in the head, and he just bounces right back. It scares the fuck out of me. Like he looks at me like,
hey, I want to, Nick. I want to reenact this. I told him we need to. Casey ain't about it.
Reenact what?
The chicken fucker scene.
The chicken fucker scene? Oh, reenact the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
know. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
man, look. You don't know of what?
I can really get into that character.
You were just the character, my guy.
Oh.
If you don't know, you were just the character.
Well, I don't want people out there to think I'm
Oh,
actually fucking
shit.
chickens.
Hey, I don't know, man. You
I love chickens so much that when I say it, it sounds like I'm actually fucking them.
Hey, yeah, but the fact that you ended it with that also makes you think you're fucking them.
In case you like dark meat or white meat.
Oh shit! Like, you know, you like the duck, the turkey, or the chicken best. The turkey seems to really love you. I'm not gonna lie.
If I like the duck more, does that mean I have an Asian fetish?
That's fucked up.
Asians eat a lot of ducks.
That's so fucked up.
Name one Asian you know that hasn't eaten like 12 ducks.
Man, look, I will say this. The next time I'm in his house, I'm gonna video this fucking turkey that follows him around.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
next time he talks about this, y'all are posting the video.
It's Thelma.
Man, look, it is under your ass, and it is the most submissive shit I've ever seen. It like goes docile, starts drooling, in case you're just like, that's for my pretty girl.
This morning, as I walked in the chicken coop, they're in there and they make the sound. They go burp, 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 burp. And if I start walking away and I don't pet them, they make it even louder and they start yelling at me. So as soon as I walk up, I go to pet them. They go down to lockdown turkey mode. It's where they take their wings and they shake them and they put them down next to them. And I gotta pet them, and you put them in the back of their head.
They look just like how they look when you put them in
really
the oven,
docile,
just with feathers on.
Yeah, it's so creepy.
That's
when you
literally
pick
how
them
they
up.
look. They go into like cook mode.
Sometimes Louise will get stuck in the down part because the ramp's not that big. Anyways, I gotta pick her up, and when grabbing her breast,
I know, Paula, it's crazy.
dude, grabbing her breast feel like just like grabbing the breast of a chicken in the store, but it's warm instead of cold, and it's like the creepiest feeling. It's like you put a turkey in the oven for like 30 minutes. And you're like, oh, I forgot to baste it, and you go to pull it out. You're like, yeah, it feels weird.
He intentionally was like, you touch the chicken's breast, just touch it. Just touch. Tell me
Dude,
it doesn't feel.
I made you
just
touch the
like
chicken breast.
just like the turkey.
Yeah.
Touch the turkey breast. I'm like, the fuck? I touch it. He goes, feels weird, don't it? Yeah, it does. It feels like I want to cook it. I don't know. It's
Dude,
weird.
what was weird is that you kept
Paula
grabbing
said
it
this
after
is true. They are in love with him. Hey, look, they are in love with him. They are King Casey around that motherfucker. Oh, great one. Oh,
You know
shit.
what? And to get the unconditional love of a backyard bird, it just I swear to God, it really touches your heart because this is a pure animal, and some say it's God's animal, and I think, well, if it's God's animal,
goat?
then that must the chickens. And if the God's animal loves me, that means God loves me, and that's not like a person. I'm thinking God is like the core of your person, so it's a very spiritual thing when a turkey wants you to fuck it. That's all I'm saying. Well, I'm sure if I was a man turkey, if I was a man, dude,
that just went sideways.
think about it. Think about it. And this is not acting weird. Think about it. If I was a turkey and I had these two submissive turkeys that come up to me and they cuddle up next to me and they sit on my turkey feet and they start rubbing their turkey breast up against my legs,
You'd be the gobbler.
I would be the gobbler. Tell me I wouldn't tear that fucking turkey ass up. I would. You know me, right? I'm gonna nuts on that. Don't leave me hanging.
I'm gonna let Paula tell you best.
Babe, what'd she say? This is true. They are in
No,
love
she
with
said,
him.
babe, stop.
I didn't see that part.
That's on the screen.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
I don't know. That's my point. How am I talking
Hey,
about
your
it?
new nickname is the Gobbler. I swear to God. Hey, Nick, you hear it at work? What we calling him? The Gobbler. Hey, the Gobbler's coming, y'all. I'm
Stacey.
pinning that.
Stacey,
I'm pinning it.
can we not do that? Because if you catch me if I'm on one, I don't know how I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't know if I'm down with
Hey,
it.
real shit. I can see you flipping the fuck out. It's just the worst timing. I could just see me walking up, say, "What's up, the Gobbler?" You go, no
Dude.
fucking Gobbler. I can just see
Ask,
you losing.
ask
it.
my wife, and I don't flip out on my wife ever. But I am the most peace of heart kind of guy these days. I love my life. Everything's love. It's passion. It's great. But sometimes it's motherfucker, cocksucking piece of shit. Break something.
I can see that being the moment that Nick would walk up and say it, though. That would be like the timing of it. Like, I'd
Yeah.
be like, fuck, here it is.
Yeah, then-
You'd be in
then
the
Nick
middle
would
of
be
telling me
like,
something
"What's
serious.
up, gobbler?"
I'm like, oh, shit. You'd immediately.
It'd be the first time you hear like an audible sonic boom, with nothing happening in the atmosphere. Just boom, boom.
Oh,
That was
shit.
Casey's insides
He
blowing up.
just surged out.
Yeah.
Forgive him.
I'm
Oh,
gonna make the
man.
news before I die.
No.
I told you. Knock on wood.
Hey, not in that way, y'all. Not in that way.
Not in that way. I hurt my
Oh,
neck on
shit.
that. Ooh.
Hey, that's funny as hell, though. Cause look,
Babe, do we have
Oh,
lasagna? Did you make anything to eat?
the meatloaf. Get the meatloaf.
Babe, meatloaf. No, we got the
man.
scoops. You make me some nachos.
Hey, well, as I was like, this is getting worse by the minute.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about them turkeys and how it just. Oh man, wait till
Dude,
you
I
hear
have
back.
I have
That's funny as
performed
fuck.
medical procedures on their feet.
They
Or
love
one
you.
of them. Yeah, it's like
They're. Hey, look, you
Hey.
are their owner.
real talk. I cannot eat one of these turkeys because I feel like they are my pets at this point. Like I felt like I've looked in the eye of the turkey and it looked back at me as their equal, and I can no longer eat a turkey that I own like that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They're the most ugly motherfucking things on the planet. Every time they stare at me too long.
Take that shit back. Take that shit back right now. Take that shit back right now. Fuck you up.
You look at them and you're just like, these aren't chickens. These are not chickens, okay?
No, fucking
Like,
huge.
dude, they're huge.
They're
They're
gargantuan.
ugly as fuck.
They
Oh
love
man,
lettuce. They love when
They-
Paula, my wife, she brings them out this big old tub, all the chickens with all these oats and red pepper. She reads all the stuff that's good for them, and she goes out there with the big tub of food and her baseball bat so she can feed them and beat the shit out of Mo. Those are the two things she does with that. She goes out in the
yeah.
yard.
Well, she's got to protect herself. I mean, look at this motherfucker, man. And it's bigger than that now. I feel like that's
Sometimes
a
I'll
big-ass
hear,
chicken.
get back. And
That's how you know it got cracked.
oh, when he makes that noise, that's when he got hit.
It was a good one. Them motherfuckers are hard headed,
Dude, they'll come at you. So,
Yeah, I have yet to have an experience. I think they're still trying to get used to the big black guy walking around the property. They're like, "What is this shit
I
going
told you,
on?"
you did a good job.
Yeah,
Did a good
real
job.
shit.
No puns. You just did a good job.
But like, I just think about that shit because they get out the way for real, and I think it's the size is really what it is. Is they're not used to huge shit walking around. I'm a big dude. I didn't realize that till the other day. I was looking at the video of us doing the taste test. I was like, God damn, I'm big. Like,
I guarantee you, Mo will stand up to you the second he thinks you might be fucking with one of his,
one of his hoes.
Yeah, one of his hoes. He fucks with me. If I walk by and kick one out of the way with my foot, not kick one, but
Here
nudge
he
one out of the
comes.
way, he comes.
Get the fuck up off my bitch.
Are you sure you want to do that? You want to go?
Hey, yeah. I low-key want to test it, but don't want to test it because of
Dude.
that fucking talon.
Hey, I tested them all the time, and this is a warning, okay? I held my foot out with the sole towards them, thinking, oh, I'll just hold them back at a leg's distance. I'll be fine. No, here's my foot. Here's his talon. He goes around the foot and he kicks you in your leg, and you got veins going through here. I got a fucking scar.
Cash.
Yeah, on my thing. He stuck his fucking spar right next to the vein. So after that, I don't fuck with him anymore. If anything, the only time I catch him is when I have to cut his spars.
Yeah, he's the king of the
Anyway.
domain.
Anyways,
You got a chicken running the domain around that motherfucker?
shit. That's my fucking domain,
Man, that ain't what I just heard.
man. Dick run this pussy, not cock. Wait a second.
Like, wait a minute.
You know what I mean.
Oh shit, that's priceless. Man, I just know that I hope you guys eat more chicken this week.
Chicken. Yeah, we eat more chicken this week.
He wants you to eat the eggs, I want you to eat the chickens.
With some of that delicious sauce, and we're going to be hitting up the Advent calendar right after we leave
Yeah,
here.
actually, yeah, there'll
we're
be
gonna
another
do some
video.
footage so that we might have the footage up, if not today, tomorrow morning. So check out those videos. It's fucking pretty fun.
Paula said, "Don't forget, there's more than one of those meat fuckers." Hey, yeah, y'all got a gang
Oh
of chickens.
man, and we got the incubation set for Christmas morning.
How many
so
roosters you got running around down there now?
Roosters. We actually have a new rooster. We call him Speckle Chest right now, but he's got speckles on his chest and like these green feathers in the back. He's gorgeous. He's one we incubated. He's half Nick Barr, by the way, half Nick Barr and half of I think one of the brown laced Wyandottes, but or speckles, but he's gorgeous. And he just started crowing yesterday, but he has that like young rooster crow. It kind of sounds like this. Kind of like that.
Hey, you felt so proud to do that impersonation.
I'm gonna get him on video, and I'm gonna
shit.
line that audio up with his audio. It's gonna be pretty close.
It's gonna be pretty close. He spends way too much time with his chickens.
Yeah.
You
Anyways.
communicating with them in the backyard. Hey, come. And the motherfucker just one of them comes. That'd be crazy. No, they all come when you like. Honestly, when you pull up to his house, the motherfuckers.
It's so
the
funny when,
game.
like, when I walk towards the chicken coop, it's like stadium seating. They're like watching me walk towards them. I'm like, it tell you, it gives you a godlike complex. I'm telling you, running my own little colony of people. It's
My
like
only colony.
it's like that one.
It's his cult of chickens.
Shyamalan, the Shyamalan film. What's the little village of people? The Village. Yeah, with
Yeah.
yeah.
You're talking about where they tell them don't go out in the woods because they'll get kidnapped or whatever.
Yeah, and they got those fake monsters that
Yeah,
keep
it's like
them all
Little
at
Red
bay.
Riding Hood.
I feel like the chickens are like my own little community, and I gotta train them to stay in my little colony. And I have like monsters like my dog Lucius,
Coyotes.
and coyotes. Well, those are real. Those are
Those are real.
I watched the hawk pick up. Yeah. I mean,
Well, wait a minute.
you ruined
Those
my
are
story,
real
You're where I was
things
going with
here, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, I feel like I'm running my own colony, and
You're actually protecting them though from
we
the
can
big bad wolf, the big bad coyotes. The
Oh no!
hawks.
It forced me to do a lot of woodwork, and ultimately, at the end of the day, when I say at the end of the day, at the end of your life, all you're doing is distracting yourself from yourself until you die. So whether they're good experiences or bad experiences, when you're stuck by yourself with nothing to do, that's unhealthy. So give yourself something to do, and when you find something to do that you like, you're gonna blink, and next thing you know, time's gonna
So
fly, and you're gonna have an experience. And those experiences that take work, those are the ones you appreciate, not the ones you get with the push of a button. If you can buy it at the store, take it home and plug it in, sit down and watch it, that's not going to make you purely happy at heart. It might make you happy temporarily, but shit, you're not going to get that closure that your heart really needs. Because let's be honest, we are all not completely fulfilled. Not even myself. I just know I get closer and closer the more I, advance my options. So,
on that note, I'm Stacy.
I'm Casey.
Y'all have a great night and a great weekend.
Peace out.